Sabrina Carpenter is pop's rising star who currently has 2 songs absolutely dominating the music world. She gave us all a shot of espresso, and pop music has not been the same since. With countless claims that Sabrina is the next pop princess and she's here to uplift a dying genre, many are looking forward to what else she has to offer. But with her roaring popularity blossoming in the blink of an eye, many are left asking, who is Sabrina Carpenter? Sabrina Carpenter has always had a passion for music since a very young age, which is evident by her inclusion in the 2009 competition show, The Next Miley Cyrus Project. But she initially found success through her various acting projects. Sabrina began acting in 2011, starring in the hit TV show Law & Order Special Victims Unit. She was also featured in a handful of other projects such as The Goodwin Games and Sophia the First, before she landed her most popular role to date in 2013, portraying Maya Hart on Disney Channel's Girl Meets World. While starring in Girl Meets World, Sabrina was able to garner a following that eventually aided in her ability to kick off her music career as she released her debut single, Can't Blame a Girl for Trying, in 2014. She went on to release an EP under the same name before releasing her debut album, Eyes Wide Open, the following year. Eyes Wide Open almost sounds country-inspired, but it upkeeps the traditional Disney sound that many of their acts partook in. While working on the Disney Channel, Sabrina continued to pursue her music career and released various singles and albums, including her sophomore album in 2016 titled Evolution. The Evolution album is most definitely an evolution from her debut album. Obviously, she was quite young when recording both of these albums, but you can still hear her maturing in the music, which is quite nice when following her artistic development. Sabrina continued to grind and put in the work, and she performed on various late-night talk shows that year. With the growing success of Sabrina's music career, she was able to embark on her own tour in 2016, the Evolution Tour. The grind did not end there, as in 2017, Sabrina toured again with the D-Tour, as well as opened for Ariana Grande during one of her shows on the Dangerous Women Tour. Sabrina ended out the year by releasing various covers of Christmas classics, including Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. The late 2010s continued to bring forth more success for Sabrina, as in 2018 she released her third album, Singular. The album was intended to be one album, but Carpenter eventually decided to split the album into 2 acts due to the differences of its lyrical content. The first act of Singular has this very sultry and sensual R&B-esque sound to it that was pretty common to hear in the late 2010s. The second act of Singular was eventually released in the summer of 2019. The second rendition of this album feels more personal in nature, but it also possesses some of Sabrina's more experimental work. In between both of these albums being released, Sabrina went on to tour once more for her Singular tour. While still grinding to make it big in the music industry, Sabrina continued to exercise her acting rights and starred in the Netflix original Tall Girl, as well as the Broadway production of Mean Girls, portraying Katie Heron before the production was halted due to the events of 2020. Now, up until this point, majority of Sabrina's following remained from her Disney days, as she hadn't been able to break out into the mainstream quite yet. Sabrina didn't really get her name out there until she was unfortunately thrown into drama, as the media perpetrated the idea that Sabrina Carpenter was the girl who broke up rising pop star Olivia Rodrigo and actor Joshua Bassett. Around early 2021, the drama of this entire love triangle ignited rumors of beef between the 2 ladies, as Sabrina was labeled a homewrecker. In response to these allegations, Sabrina released her single Because I Liked a Boy, detailing her perspective of the online turmoil and clapping back at various publications that attempted to deteriorate her reputation. While much of the attention that she was receiving at this point in time was negative and honestly uncalled for, Sabrina was still able to maintain her die-hard fan base as well as garner a new audience. Despite these tribulations, Sabrina continued to work her ass off in preparation for her 5th album, Emails I Can't Send. The album was officially released in the summer of 2022 and went on to be her most commercial project to date. With many songs possessing that sensual pop sound that was missing from a lot of pop music at the time, the album proved to be quite successful for Sabrina. The album went on to spawn some of her most recognizable hits, such as the song Nonsense. The tour that Sabrina embarked on for Emails I Can't Send introduced us to Sabrina's stick of giving us a unique outro for the song Nonsense at every city and event in which she performed. The various compilations of her nonsense outros went viral and got even more attention onto Sabrina, as many were impressed with her natural wit. Now, I can't speak for everyone here, but I know as someone who is familiar with Sabrina Carpenter as an actor, but not so much as a singer, seeing these nonsense outros really made me interested in checking out more of her music. Finally, the deluxe version of this album came out in 2023 and gave us her hit Feather. The music video for Feather actually came with some controversy, as the end of the video was shot at a church and many, including the church itself, found the video to be disrespectful to their religion. Now, this mild controversy did not hold Sabrina back, as her response to the backlash actually won over a lot of people. Sabrina simply stated that all was well, as they received approval in advance, and that Jesus was, of course, a carpenter. Emails I Can't Send proved to be a turning point in Sabrina Carpenter's career, as the overall success of this album aided in her growing her fan base as well as provided her with endless opportunities. One of the most prominent being her opening for Taylor Swift during some of the international dates for the Eras tours throughout late 2023 and early 2024. This opportunity aided in Sabrina growing her popularity, as she was given a huge platform to broadcast herself to a new audience, as well as display her performance abilities to the world. With everyone's eyes now on Sabrina, many were patiently awaiting her debut into the mainstream, officially going full throttle with her music career. And the wait would not be long, as in April of 2024, Sabrina Carpenter released her song Espresso. She announced the single was just a little sum for her Coachella performance the same month, yet little did she know that the song would go on to be her most iconic hit to date and is undeniably the summer smash hit of 2024. This song is really what brought Sabrina into the mainstream, as I constantly see this track being referenced like every single day. Espresso is produced and curated in a way that makes it a hit. You know, it has a really catchy chorus, it has strong verses, the humor that she incorporates is a really nice touch, like the song is just literal ear candy for me. Espresso has this overall nostalgic pop sound that I feel like we haven't heard since Katy or even early Ariana. You know, pop music has been a little less upbeat nowadays, so it is refreshing to hear her bringing this sound back. Sabrina's wit and charm really shines here, and I think that quality is what sets her apart from other pop peers, as it's not super common to add these witty double entendres within pop music as it is, say, rap music. The release of Espresso propelled Sabrina Carpenter's career and finally gave her the mainstream boost that she needed. Espresso instantly became her most well-known song and went on to be her highest charting song to date, as of making this, peaking at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. Sabrina was not going to let any of her hype die down, as she capitalized off this momentum and dropped a second single, Please Please Please. This song also shows off her wit and charm, but overall has this country sound opposed to a pop sound. I think many were initially confused by this, as I don't think they quite saw her dabbling in country, but after listening to all of her albums in preparation for this video, it honestly seems quite appropriate and more so of a callback to her earlier work. The song itself has this SNL-esque vibe to it, as the song doesn't take itself too seriously. Even within the opening lyrics of the song, Sabrina is able to show off her humor really well on this track. I think a huge reason for her popularity within recent years is due to her personality being able to really shine within her music recently. Following the instant success of Please Please Please, Sabrina announced that her 6th studio album, Short and Sweet, was set to release in August of 2024. With the overall sound of Espresso and Please 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 tapping into that sensual, sweet, feminine vibe that's been missing from a lot of pop music within the past few years, Sabrina Carpenter has really been able to set herself apart from her musical peers and dominate within a completely different lane. Pop music has honestly been so bleak lately. At least within the past 5 years or so, I feel like there have been very little pop songs possessing that upbeat, fun, and just general carefree tone to it. I honestly think her approach to pop music is something that has been absent for far too long. From her unapologetic girly sound to her captivating music videos and engaging performances, the Short and Sweet era is perfectly crafted and curated to save pop music in 2024. Hi everyone, I really hope you guys enjoyed this little dive into the career of Sabrina Carpenter. I initially was just going to make a Please 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 review, but as I was looking into her more, it became kind of hard to not talk about her lore, as I feel like she has had such an interesting career thus far. Plus, I just had to show some love to my Taurus sister. Also, it was pretty fun to go back and listen to her albums for this video, so if you have not given her older work a chance, I definitely recommend, specifically the Singular albums, as those were probably my favorite after Emails. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing Short and Sweet in the coming months, as she has been feeding us good lately. Y'all can fight me all you want, but I truly believe that she is here to resurrect the girly, fun, carefree pop sound. Anyways, I have yapped enough. But before I get out of here, I just want to say if you're interested in female artists, music conversation, music debates, music reviews, and really anything music related, definitely consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. I really hope all of you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and making it this far, and I can't wait to see all of you guys in the next one. Peace!